That shower filter is from Omeka Organics, and it's what I've been taking a shower in. It's been wonderful. It's got all these different vapor things in the vapor that come from the filter itself. Super good for your skin, and I always feel rejuvenated and more awake after every time I take a shower. So I just wanted to throw those out there. I also wanted to include a little bit of more information, very, very vital information, before I end this first segment. So one of those being, this film could very well be distorted and changed by the hands of other men, other people. Could be a woman, could be a man. I don't want that to happen. I want you to see every mistake that I made. I want you to see everything exactly how I made it. And the reason for that is because if you try to take little snippets and put them together, then it could look as if it's something that it isn't. And the media, especially America, media in America are notorious for doing that. People will say something, and then, especially revolutionaries and things like that, and they will try to put it together so that they look unintelligent and that, like, they don't know what they're talking about. And on the news, they'll say, they'll put like a 3-second video of me going or something. I hope you do put that on the news, by the way, of me making that face and stuff like that, so that you look like you've lost your mind and things like that. So be very, very aware that if you're seeing this anywhere but my YouTube channel, it very well could be distorted. And so that's something to keep in mind. Another thing that I wanted to say is that we need to spread this. We need this to be seen. And I'm not saying that because I want to be famous. In fact, I would rather not be famous. I would rather not have people taking pictures of me every day. That's not what I want. I want people to see the things that I've said, because they very well could help the world. We very much could heal the world within a decade or less, and that is definitely my goal. We definitely want that. Also, let's see, there's some other things that I wanted to include. One of those being that before you deem me as basically a conspiracy theorist, or somebody who doesn't know what he's talking about, or naive, or anything like that, I want you to look up the information that I've said. I want you to look it up on your computer, on your phone, and try to prove me wrong. I want you to read the things that I have read. I want you to see them for yourself. I'm not going to, do little snippets and PowerPoints and show all of my sources and all of that. I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. And don't expect me to, because some things you have to learn for yourself. And one of those things is education. You need to educate yourself. You need to find teachers out there, find people who are genuine, who will teach you the same things they have taught me. And if you're not willing to look it up, well, don't be surprised if your consciousness or your belief systems are swayed by people who do have agendas. Because I am not one of those people. I am not trying to get. I'm not an advocate of Advia. I'm not trying to get you to buy it, but I think that it's a very good product and that you should, because it's doing this to my water right now. It looks awesome. Actually, it looks gross. But what it's doing is it's purifying my water so that I can drink it without having all these pollutants. And then at the same time, it's actually ionizing it and vitalizing it with life. So don't allow things to get distorted and out of hand, and don't deem me as something, I mean, I really don't care if you call me naive. It doesn't bother me. But what does bother me are people who say that and know nothing about what I'm saying and don't look it up for themselves to learn it for themselves. So I don't want you to go from this video and say that, you know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, I want you to look it up. I want you to see it for yourself on the internet, on studies and things like that. There's the internet is the most massive database known to humanity at this time. There is no other place where you can find as much information as you can find on the internet. So, yes, you can find legit people. Yes, you can find genuine people. Yes, you can find truth. But you know what else you can find? You can also find distortion, and you can find lies. And you can find fear paradigms, and you can find all kinds of things that you don't want. You don't want that stuff. I'm not here trying to make you afraid. I'm trying to encourage you to understand and to educate yourself, enlighten yourself, and so that we can become awake, and that we can then go on to learning more in science, having more scientists, having more artists, having a better world, and at the same time, we all have pure water, and then we could be free of disease, free of all this heartache, and people will be happy. I want America to be back exactly how it was. And yes, I said was. I think that our Constitution is perfect, and I think that our founders of our Constitution were genius, and that they had all best intentions in mind, having a land of the free. That's why when we sing the national anthem, we say, the land of the free and the land of the brave. And I think bravery is standing up against corporate greed at this time. That's what I think. I think that corporate greed is beginning to control the masses, and everything is just so automated. Everyone trusts everything. They're like, oh, this pop is good. Yum. And, oh, this is good. That guy said something outlandish. He's lying. Kill him. Crucify him. It's automated. We don't even know the clerk's name at the store. We don't even know the people who slaughter our animals. We don't even know who's purifying our water. We don't know anything about anyone except for our little circle. And that's cool and dandy. If you want an automated life, that's cool, because, not everyone wants to, pump udders and make their own milk. I understand that. But don't you think you should know who those people are? And don't you think you should at least know if you can trust them or not? How do you know if they're not, got some little baggie of some weird stuff and experiment and put it in your stuff? I'm not saying that that's happening. By no means. I'm just saying that, yes, there is hormones in milk. And yes, you are getting all kinds of toxins and all kinds of weird stuff in your food. Briefly, if you cannot pronounce an ingredient on something that you're eating, it's likely that your body probably can't process it. That's a pretty good rule of thumb. I mean, not always, but to me, that's just something that I've picked up. I saw somebody write that, and I was like, well, that's actually a pretty good idea, because almost everything that you do need in your body that is a nutrient or something from food that you need, it's pretty easy to say, like vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, proteins, omega-3 fatty acids, things like that. I mean, it's really easy. Nutrition is not a hard thing to understand, and if you're azahakazava and stuff on your food, and you're like, the Sam Hells, that stuff must be good for me. You know? No. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Okay? I think that's pretty much everything. I was going to say something else, but it must not be extremely important. Just make sure to not be led astray or misinterpret the things that I've said. I have best intentions in mind, love in mind, and I want to help you. I'm not trying to appear smarter than you because, you know, whatever. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you understand, okay? So, I hope you guys take from this what was intended. I love you. Namaste. And good times are coming. Peace. Also, it's very important, very, very important, this video must not be taken down. It must be spread and it must be heard. If it goes down and nobody has another replacement to put it up, then I just wasted several days of my time. So, if you would like to support my cause, I would ask that you download these videos and put them in a folder on your computer, and if anything happens, you'll be able to help me put them back up. That is all I have to say. Keep the word alive. Peace.